Welcome to After Credit Reflection. My name is Nolan, and today is the day before Spider-Man Brand New Day releases. So, in honor of that, this entire week I have been releasing an After Credit Reflection for the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy and also the Andrew Garfield The Amazing Spider-Man duology. And so today, I want to talk about what is widely regarded as one of the best portrayals of the web-headed warrior, Tom Holland's MCU Spider-Man trilogy. So, starting back in 2016 was the debut of Tom Holland as Peter Parker. Now, he debuted in Captain America Civil War, but it was quickly followed up by a very well received performance. And I think that overall, the reason why it was a well received Spider Man performance was because Tom Holland did fit the part, like, really well. Surprisingly well, in fact. And to my surprise, I think he is one of the most comic accurate depictions of the character on screen. And I think that the MCU did that very well. With Spider Man Brand New Day releasing, though, I'm excited to see where they take Tom Holland's Spider-Man character. Whether they introduce a new webhead named Miles Morales, whether it's going to be any different from the others, we'll have to see. But all that I know is that Spider-Man Brand New Day is set apart from the original MCU Spider-Man trilogy. It's a new beginning, or in the trailer it said rebirth. Like, I'm excited to see what that is going to be like. Alright, first up, let's start up with Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, when I went into this movie, I was like, this is such a boring movie. And now that I watch it back today, like, it's not as boring as people might think it is. Like, people might think, hey, it's just a movie where he's learning about how to hack a suit and also how to fight his first major bad guy. And he's supported by Iron Man. Okay, cool. Isn't it more of an Iron Man movie? No, it's a Spider-Man movie. There just happens to be Iron Man plot points in it. And Tony Stark is a mentor to Peter. And I think that what happens is that we kind of the receive we misconstrue how we receive the movie so that way it can fit into our agenda. And I think that the Spider-Man movies, whichever one you prefer, that's the one you prefer. Like, if you're not willing to move on it, okay, don't fight anybody else who's not willing to move on their point either. I think that one of the best things that anybody can do when they see a movie or a trilogy or they think this is the best series in the world is that they can express that without having to feel like they're going to get criticized. And I just, I think that that's just one of the things is that people were very critical of Tom Holland's Spider-Man because there were two great performances of Spider-Man before him with Andrew Garfield and also Tobey Maguire. And so there was a lot to live up to. But we'll get to Andrew and Tobey later. Alright, so what is it about Tom Holland's Spider-Man that still sticks in our brains? Is it because his Spider-Man is a little more mainstream than the other ones were? Is it because he's more memorable? I think personally why Tom Holland's performance sticks in our brain is because he's the more recent one out of the three main live action. I shouldn't discount that we have animated Spider-Man performances to get to, and I'll get to those later, and I'll cover them later. But for right now, I'm working on the live action leading up to Spider-Man Brand New Day. Next up, we have Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, I remember seeing this one in the theaters, and it was one of the best MCU films that I saw at that point. And it was after the release of Endgame. Everybody had that energy of, oh my gosh, it's another Spider-Man movie. We're so excited. And people also have mixed reviews about it. People say that it's bland, it's bad, but Mysterio is a great villain. I mean, if Mysterio were to face the Avengers, I mean, that would be a cool movie to see. And you could be Avengers Journey into Mystery. It sounds like a pretty cool title. Anyways, I think the Spider-Man Far From Home, yes, there are some performances in it that are bland, but the fact that it fits into the main MCU continuity is also one of the best things about it. Now, that's not to say that the third one is gonna be any different than the others, but it is. The third one in the MCU Spider-Man, I'm gonna say the Spider-Man original MCU uh, trilogy, because we're having a new trilogy started with Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think that the Spider-Man No Way Home, I remember seeing this one at the El Capitan Theater in in Hollywood, and I remember like the emotions, the flood of emotions when we saw the other two Spider-Man live action actors join Tom Holland on screen for the fight at the Statue of Liberty. I remember seeing that on screen and thinking this is actually really cool. And it was awesome to see the writing in there too, because you guys know I'm a big fan of writing. And Tom Holland is one of the most well written movie superheroes that we have gotten. He is treated with such care, and his character, Peter Parker and Spider-Man, they are treated with such care when it comes to the script. Sometimes they take risks, and the risks pay off. Like for Spider-Man Brand New Day, Tom Holland literally asked fans what they want, and he was like, we'll work on it. And so I think that that's just amazing to see in film. But I mean, that's just me. And now we've come time for the scores. Now, these movies, in terms of scoring, well surpass the others. In terms of predictability as far as Spider-Man goes, these far outpace the others. Why? Because the writing is so good with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I think that that is just one of the best things that Tom Holland's Spider-Man has going for him. So let's get to the actual scores. I think that Tom Holland's Spider-Man, the first one, Spider-Man Homecoming, is about, I'm gonna say it's, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. And given that the first one is an 8 out of 10, It can only go up from here. I think that the second one, Spider-Man Far From Home, is going to be an amazing score, but not completely fantastic. I'll give it an 8.5. And then for Spider-Man No Way Home, and this rarely happens. If you look back at my other reviews, this rarely happens, but I'm going to give it a full 10 out of 10. The reason I give it a 10 out of 10 is not just for the nostalgic feel of the supervillains and everything, but also because it's just an enjoyable movie. It includes cameos, it includes great villain and hero setup, it includes one of the best deaths in the MCU, with such motivation for Tom Holland's Spider-Man that we haven't really seen since the death of Tony Stark. And it's just amazing to see that come to life in film. So, after all of that, I want to say thank you for joining me on this spider journey. But the journey is far from complete. Because on Monday, I will be releasing my after credit reflection for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where they take this Spider-Man character, where they take Tom Holland's Spider-Man next, what adventures he'll be swinging into. Don't forget to grab your tickets for Spider-Man Brand New Day, swinging into theaters tomorrow, July 31st. Alright, that's it for me. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you went to enjoy this video, please go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, and also be sure to go watch a movie. Whether it's at home or in the movie theater, be sure to go watch a movie because it's a good release from the world. Alright, I'll see you at the movies.